Have you ever wanted to start a good habit, like working out every day, reading books, waking up earlier, or eating healthier? But after just a few days, it all seems to fade away, you lose your motivation, and end up right back where you started. Why? Why does this keep happening? Why is it that even when we know exactly what's good for us, we still can't do it? And more importantly, how can we build a habit that actually sticks? Today we're going to look for the answers to these questions. Hi, I'm Radin, and welcome to the Peak Pages channel. This is where, with every video, we take one step forward to become better people. Each time, we dive into the best books on personal growth and individual success, but not in a boring way, instead with examples and stories you can actually use in your own life. If this journey interests you, I'd be happy to have you with us. Alright, now let's get into the first chapter of Atomic Habits. James Clear starts this book with a famous story. It's the story of a professional cyclist named Dave, who was responsible for transforming the performance of the British national cycling team. For years, this team hadn't won any gold medals, but Dave had a strange idea. Instead of making big changes, just focus on small improvements. He called it the principle of the aggregation of marginal gains. For example, he improved the cyclist's sitting posture by 1%, or made special pillows for better sleep. He even painted the inside of the bike transport truck white so that dust would be easier to spot. So, what was the result? 5 years later, this team had won almost all the cycling events at the French Olympics. Here, James says that success doesn't come from massive changes. It comes from small but consistent improvements. Getting 1% better every day might seem insignificant in the moment, but in the long run, its impact is incredible. Like compound interest in a bank, a small amount, when repeated, turns into a big result. The problem most of us have is that we want to see results quickly, but habits are like the temperature of ice. Nothing special happens as you go from 0 to 29, 30, 31 degrees. But when you reach 32 degrees, the ice suddenly melts. That point is the result of all your previous efforts. So if you've been working on a habit for a while, but still don't see any results, know that you're warming up your ice. Don't give up too soon. Your brain is getting ready. Here's a key sentence. Habits build the path to success, not goals. Goals give you direction, but systems move you forward. Someone who wants to have a fit body has a clear goal, but the one who succeeds is the person who has a simple system for their daily exercise habit, not just momentary motivation. If you feel that focusing on goals has been one of your problems so far, be sure to tell me in the comments. I'd love to know in which area you've tried most to build a habit. Chapter 2. How Habits Change Your Identity. Here, James makes a very important point. He says most people, when they want to build a habit, start from the outcome level. They say, I want to lose 10 kilos, or I want to become a book reader. But truly successful people start from the level of identity. Instead of saying, I want to become a bodybuilder, say, I am someone who never lets a day go by without working out. Instead of saying, I want to read more books, say, I am someone who enjoys learning. Identity shapes behavior from within. Every time you repeat a habit, you're actually casting a vote for yourself. For example, even when you read just one page of a book, you're casting a positive vote for the identity of being a reader. When you work out, you're casting a positive vote for the identity of being an active person. And when you slack off, you're voting for the identity of being someone who quits things halfway. The key question is, who do you want to be? Because everything you do is a vote in favor of that identity. For example, for a while I was trying to be more organized, but every day I just spent 2 minutes tidying up my desk. Those 2 minutes might seem small, but over time I started to feel like I was an organized person, and my behavior aligned with that image. When your identity is formed, habits become automatic. Another interesting point is that our brain seeks consistency. When you see yourself as a certain kind of person, you unconsciously look for behaviors that confirm that image. So the first step in building any habit is to ask yourself what kind of person you want to be, not just what result you want to achieve. Chapter 3: The 4 Laws of Behavior Change. Now that we know habits start with identity, it's time to learn how to build them. James Clear has a simple and powerful framework: the 4 Laws of Behavior Change. Every good habit has 4 stages: cue, craving, response, and reward. And to build good habits, you need to make them obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. For example, suppose you want to build a reading habit. If your book is always in sight, your brain is more likely to remember it. If you pair reading with a delicious cup of coffee, your brain will look forward to that pleasure. If you just commit to reading 2 pages a day, it's much more likely to stick. And when you feel satisfied and get to check off a box after finishing each chapter, your brain gets a reward and wants to repeat it. It's that simple, yet so profound. These 4 rules form the foundation of all our behaviors as humans. For example, if you want to exercise, keep your workout clothes within easy reach. If you want to go on a diet, remove unhealthy food from your sight or don't even buy it. If you want to improve your focus, make your environment less cluttered. Every successful habit is the result of properly designing these 4 steps. Some people ask, what if I have no motivation? The answer is simple. The system is more important than motivation. Motivation comes and goes, but if your environment and your rules are designed correctly, the behavior will happen automatically. Let me give you a personal example. For a while, I was trying to make several videos each week, but I kept falling behind. Until I did something. I left my computer, microphone, lights, and everything else on and ready. Every morning, I just pressed the record button. What was the result? It turned into an automatic behavior. If you found the 4-rule model appealing so far, be sure to write down an example from your own life. Say which habit you'd like to build or which one you want to break. In this part, we learned that small changes, when done consistently, lead to big results. Habits start from identity, not from goals. And to build any habit, we need to follow 4 rules. Make it obvious. Make it attractive. Make it easy and make it satisfying. In the second part of this video, we'll go into the details of how to implement these 4 rules. We'll learn how to design our environment, mind, and behavior so that habits form automatically. If you don't want to miss out, don't skip the second part. If you found this video helpful, I'd really appreciate it if you like and subscribe so it gets recommended to others as well. And write it in the comments. What's the most important habit you want to build right now? Maybe your answer will be the focus of the next video. And if you have a friend who always starts but never continues, send this video to them. Thanks for sticking around until the end. I'm Radin, and until the next video, take care of your 1% daily growth.